Welcome back to ABC English Story, where we explore the journeys that shape us and the lessons that make us stronger. Today, we're diving into a story of unexpected turns, quiet courage, and the powerful journey of finding yourself again. It's a story about Harper, a woman who faced a difficult truth and chose to rewrite her own narrative. Harper lived a life that, from the outside, seemed perfectly ordinary. She had a comfortable home, a stable career, and a husband, Mason, whom she thought she knew inside and out. They had built a life together, brick by brick, filled with shared dreams and quiet routines. But beneath the surface, a small, persistent doubt had begun to whisper in Harper's mind. It was a feeling she couldn't quite shake, a sense that something was off, like a puzzle piece that didn't quite fit. She tried to ignore it, to tell herself it was just her imagination, but the feeling grew stronger with each passing day. Then, one quiet evening, the whispers became a shout. Harper was just about to leave for a friend's house when her phone buzzed with a notification. It was a text message from Mason, not to her, but clearly intended for someone else. Her heart skipped a beat as she read the words, and a cold wave washed over her. It was a suspicious text, a message that confirmed her deepest, most uncomfortable suspicions. Mason was having an affair. The air in the room felt heavy, and the world seemed to tilt on its axis. All those small, nagging doubts suddenly clicked into place, forming a clear, undeniable picture. The truth was painful, sharp, and undeniable. She felt a mix of shock and a strange kind of validation. The whispers had been right all along. The next few days were a blur of emotions for Harper. She walked through life in a fog, trying to process the betrayal. The weight of it felt immense, but she knew she couldn't confront him without proof. One night, while Mason was fast asleep, his phone lay beside him, a silent witness to his secret life. Harper's hand trembled slightly as she picked it up. With a deep breath, she gently placed Mason's finger on the sensor, and the screen lit up, unlocking his world. There it was, laid bare for her to see. Conversations, photos, and plans. She discovered the name of the other woman, Claire Donovan, and as Harper delved deeper, she uncovered another shocking detail. Claire was married too. This wasn't just a simple affair. It was a tangled web of deceit involving two families. The complexity of it all was overwhelming, adding another layer of pain to Harper's already heavy heart. She took screenshots, gathering the evidence she needed. She felt a cold resolve settling in her, replacing the initial shock. This wasn't just about her anymore. It was about exposing the truth. The next step was a difficult one, but Harper knew she had to take it. She found Claire Donovan's husband, Tyler Donovan, online and reached out to him. Her message was direct and to the point, filled with the undeniable evidence she had gathered. Tyler's response was immediate and filled with a similar sense of disbelief and pain. They agreed to meet, needing to confirm the heartbreaking reality together. The meeting was somber, filled with quiet understanding and shared hurt. They compared notes, shared their stories, and the undeniable truth settled between them. Both Mason and Claire had been living a double life. As they sat there, two strangers brought together by a shared betrayal, a plan began to form. They decided to confront Mason and Claire together, at the very place where they planned their next secret getaway, a secluded beach house. The drive to the beach house was long and tense. Harper felt a strange mix of dread and anticipation. She was nervous, but also determined. Tyler, equally quiet, seemed to share her resolve. When they arrived, the scene unfolded just as Harper had imagined. Mason and Claire were there, looking relaxed and comfortable, completely unaware that their secret was about to be exposed. The air hung heavy with unspoken truths. Harper and Tyler walked in, their presence instantly changing the atmosphere. Mason and Claire's smiles faded as they saw the grim expressions on their spouses' faces. The confrontation was difficult, filled with raw emotions and sharp words. Harper and Tyler laid out the evidence, leaving no room for denial. Mason and Claire were caught, their deceit exposed in the harsh light of day. The silence that followed was deafening, broken only by the sound of crashing waves outside. Just when Harper thought the worst was over, Claire dropped a bombshell that sent shockwaves through the room. She was pregnant. And the father was Tyler. The revelation hung in the air, thick with disbelief. The situation, already incredibly complex, had just become even more entangled. Harper looked at Mason, then at Tyler, then at Claire, her mind reeling. This wasn't just about infidelity anymore. It was about a new life, a future irrevocably changed. In the aftermath, Harper knew what she had to do. With a quiet strength, she presented Mason with the divorce papers. They weren't just a legal document. They were a symbol of her resolve, her decision to reclaim her life. The papers included a clear and fair division of their assets, a testament to her meticulous planning. "This is final, Mason," she stated, her voice steady despite the tremor in her hands. "There's no turning back." Mason looked at her, his face a mixture of shock and resignation. Meanwhile, Tyler, still reeling from the pregnancy news, expressed his need for time to process everything. However, he affirmed, with a quiet strength, that he would take responsibility for the child. It was a difficult moment, full of unspoken promises and the stark reality of new beginnings. 6 months later, the dust had settled. Harper's divorce was finalized, and she had begun to truly rebuild her life. It wasn't easy, but with each passing day, she found more peace, more strength. She embraced a new career path, something that truly resonated with her passions, and discovered a newfound joy in simple things. Mason, on the other hand, faced the professional repercussions of his actions, his reputation tarnished. And Claire and Tyler, in a strange twist of fate, were navigating the complexities of co-parenting, their lives forever linked by the child they were bringing into the world. Harper often reflected on her journey, a path that had been fraught with pain, but ultimately led to profound self-discovery. "Loss can lead to rebirth," she would often say, her voice soft but firm. "Sometimes you have to lose everything to find yourself." She no longer regretted the past. Instead, she saw it as a necessary part of her transformation. The betrayal had been a catalyst, pushing her to rediscover her own strength, her own voice. She had found a deep inner peace, a quiet confidence that radiated from within. She was no longer defined by what had happened to her, but by how she had risen above it. Her story was a testament to the idea that even in the face of heartbreak, there is always an opportunity for growth, for healing, and for finding your own true north. If this story inspired you, give us a like, share it with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe to ABC English Story for more meaningful content like this.